Started from a DM, now she wanna see him. If you wanna link, baby, gotta be the weekend. Just follow me.
We all know why hentai is a censored word. So for their defense, Japanese TV introduced the censored little brother of hentai, ecchi anime. But there are times when anime even pushes out of the ecchi boundaries and comes close to turning into hentai. It might not just be because of the visuals, but the dialogue, the way the scenes are parodied, or just because of certain characters in the show. So today we're bringing 10 anime that begs you to wear your headphones and forces you to close the door to the room. Without wait, let's see these 10 titles. Starting off the list, we have Yamada's First Time. Ask yourself, how bizarre can anime premises get? I know it should just be attention grabbing to stand out from the crowd, but can you justify that by making the plot similar to hentai? In Yamada's First Time, we have Yamada, one of the most popular girls in school with only one goal, to lose her virginity. So when she meets Kosuda Takashi, a rather shy and silent boy who happens to be a virgin, she thinks it would be a good start to take things forward. The show does most of its survival using comedy. I mean, surely a crazed, weird lust monster chasing after an innocent boy should grip anyone's attention, right? It definitely must be more entertaining than the Hunger Games. Coming up next is eichi. Anime likes to pull its plot twists, and I don't mean twists like Attack on Titan, but more twists related to its fan service. What if you suddenly witnessed the most glorious form of fan service possible in a most un-hentai-like anime ever? eichi starts simple. You've got a boy named Kinjiro Sakamachi who has an abnormal fear of women. Turns out every time a woman touches him, he gets a nosebleed. But things take a worse turn when he realizes the most popular girl in school, Subaru, is actually a boy. He is forced to protect the secret, and if he does, he would be granted a cure for his rather weird gynophobia. eichi may resemble a hentai-like premise, but then it would suddenly raise the bar in its last arc until you suddenly started to wonder where the plot flew off to.
I'm so sorry, are you hurt?
A little, but I'm also pretty happy right now too.
Sekide comes in next. Bring on the Fate franchise, and then remove all the historic lore and noble phantasms out of it. What do you get? Sekide. Similar to Fate, this also revolves around a battle royale of servants. But this time, all those servants are women, and it's a harem. Needless to say, the show uses excessive amounts of fan service from the premise itself. You know the drill, the beach episode, clothes ripped off in battle, extra long bathhouse scenes, just all of that in one anime. However, the story does start to develop a much bigger plot as it moves forward into its second season. But that doesn't mean its fan service drops a few notches. If Shiro and the protagonist of Sekide swap places, let's just say the former wouldn't dare to ever switch back. Up next, we have Everyday Life with Monster Girls. Well, this one should be obvious from the name itself. You've got monster girls living in the same house as our main protagonist, and things aren't pretty for him. In the universe of Monster Girls, Japan has allowed non-human monster girls to reside in the country. One of them, namely Mia, comes to live with our protagonist, Kurusu. So all would be good, right? Unfortunately, this is not the case. They're kept under strict laws, and anyone who breaks these laws will be severely punished. And out of this, the main law is to not have any intimate relationships between humans and non-humans. While living with an anime girl, that's a hard thing to do, right? Ikitosen comes in at 6. Let's bring Battle Royale to the table again. And not just the Battle Royale, but all the ecchi scenes that come along with it. Ikitosen is a series about the Battle Royale between 7 high schools in the Kanto region of Japan. The story follows Hakufu Sonsaku as she attends one of these schools in order to conquer the other school. By now, it's needless to say that you shouldn't expect much of a plot from this one. Ikitosen may establish some amount of tension, but that tension isn't why you're planning on watching this show in the first place, right? If you're heading in for the fan service, you might get plenty of it. And this is an anime that rarely has a male character, so consider this to be an all-girls show.
それまで開けておけ
絶対だ。
Next up, we have the Quasar of Stigmata. Did I call anime premises bizarre? Well, I'm running out of vocabulary to define what the Quasar of Stigmata is. Is it peculiar? Definitely. Unorthodox? Speaking in anime terms, not really. Is it filled with fan service that will blind your eyes? Well, I can give you a firm nod to that one. You might not believe it, but this anime's power system survives on breast milk. The more you drink, the more power you get. Two girls named Mafuyu and Tomo who meet a peculiar Russian boy named Alexander Sasha Nikolaevich. Sasha is a quasar, a person who utilizes breast milk to power himself up and get weapons. So in terms of this anime, everyone is a toddler.
Hi, tadaima. やだ、ごめん、カリム君。前見てなくて、
At 4, we have interspecies reviewers. I'm sure this doesn't need any new introductions. This might have been on your trending Twitter feed for once. Or perhaps this might be on your anime recommendation list on April 1st. By the way, ignoring the Funimation fiasco, this turned out to be one of the most popular anime to come out in 2020. As the name implies, this follows a group who visits various brothels to review prostitutes and rate them. Is it fun? If it's your taste, then it definitely will be. Many anime don't really know how to play the fan service trope correctly, but since interspecies reviews how to plot that relies on the fan service, you know what to expect. Close to hentai, how about actual hentai?
Demons do exist, and so do gods. That's right. And heroes exist as well.
At 3, we have Testament of Sister New Devil. When anime introduces the words sister and devil, you should know what's coming up. This tells the story of Basara Tojo, who suddenly gets 2 new sisters, busty redhead Mio and petite silverhead Maria. Now, having 2 sisters is not going to be a bad thing, but soon it is revealed that these 2 sisters are devils in disguise. Now, Basara forms a master-slave contract with these 2 and needs to find a way to keep their powers in check. And since this one comes with the ecchi tag on it, you should know by now how the powers are kept in check. You don't get that dragon dolphin fantasy of Fate's Day Night, but something that breaks all the censoring barriers of Western media.
This morning we free ourselves with truth. That's right, Gakudo was our ace in the hole the entire time.
Look, we caught a nasty molester.
At the runner-up spot is Prison School. What better way to utilize fan service rather than an ecchi parody? Imagine all these anime moments you could parody with the fan service. Prison School comes with both its ecchi and comedy. It doesn't come close to hentai, but it will definitely be one of the weirdest anime that you watch. So, a group of boys decide to take a peek at the female bath, but turns out that they did it at the wrong time. The underground student council comes into play as they establish a prison for the boys. Now they have to survive 1 month of punishment or else get expelled from the school. That's a bad choice, right? Actually, no. It turns out these boys enjoy punishment more than anything else. Just wanted to mention that, so you know what you're heading into. Taking the top spot is Seitakai Yaku Indomo. If this anime can't kill you off with its visuals, then it surely will do it with its dialogue. Try to imagine a dialogue that most of the time deals with lust jokes and sexual innuendos. Nope, your imagination doesn't even come close. That's why Seitokai Yaku Indomo is going to be a unique experience. It tells the story of a boy named Suda who's transferred to an all-girls school. He is forced to join the student council, but there's one problem. All the girls he meets, except for the short Suzu, is a pervert. Trust me, you'll hear the most ear-bleeding puns and jokes in this one, and after watching the first episode, you'll fall in love with it. No bathhouse scenes, no weird over-the-top fan service moments, so you're all good to watch this on the family TV. But just make sure to switch off the subtitles and drop in your earphones. You are not prepared for what's coming. Now, there goes 10 anime that come close to hentai. These are the anime that have traveled to the extreme and are standing on the brim of TV censorship. Hope you all found something to suit your tastes, and if you did, don't forget to subscribe to us for more awesome content like this. With that said, I'll see you all in the next video on the Anime Regent.